Tier 2v2, Valderus Refinery, blue side. teraNoob is a Farseer support commander that fights in melee combat. Awesome buffs with some control abilities too. This is the Oathway DLC from Relic. Alongside, Bulbus is a Kommando infiltrating commander that shoots you, stabs you, and blows you up. Orky style begins range combat with a twin link shooter. Red team then, Sneery Thug is a force commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat as a tank, disrupt and support with buffs. This is the Blood Angels elite scheme. Why is his head so small? Has it always been like that? I can't unsee it now. That's bizarre. Anyway, alongside, it's Burias Drakshal. That name looks familiar to me. I think it's from the Wordbearers novels. Yeah. Anyway, it's a Plague Champion. Starts off range combat with a damage over time bolter, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair. But he's being chased down here, already down to half health, needs to get some heavy cover. There we go. There's some Nurgly worship, but from the looks of the minimap, he's getting doubled here. Strange that they wouldn't double the side with the generators on, but here we go. What are you going to do, Mr. Plague Champion? Going to be forced off, I think. Farseer in amongst those CSM. Dar Avengers backing them up too. Drakshal's going to want to get some more heretics here, I think, or he might get base locked by this Ork. Kommando can do some nasty things to the Plague Champion. And to heretics in general with his stick bombs and his shotgun blast. Special shooter in tier 2. His ally's not helping out. He is capping up the west side though. Dar Avengers decapping that very natural wreck point. We do have some more heretics on the way for Burias Drakshal. I think he was a possessed Chaos Space Marine in the Wordbearers novels. Been a while since I've read that though. Sluggers moving up. Some more shooter boys. There's the stun bomb. Hits the CSM. Can he get a model off him with these shooters? There's some Nurgle worship. Might not save him though. Looks like the shots were spread pretty evenly between all three models, which is slightly unlucky for Bulbus. We do have Aspiring Champion Heretics, which will really help repel this attack. Going to be able to tank a hell of a lot more damage with that Aspiring Champion in there. He's probing is this Kommando. A bit too close here though. Way too close. Going to get tied up by the heretics. And these guys can do a surprising amount of damage on retreat with their Aspiring Champion, getting a hell of a lot of attacks in. That was a nice special attack from the Aspiring Champion. Regular heretic models do not have special attacks. And he's going to take out these sluggers here. On retreat. Got him. Double shooters get out, as does the Kommando. Is he going to replace his sluggers? Meanwhile, teraNoob, Banshees in retreat, has some rangers up. These guys got a lot of changes in 2.6. Now cost a fair amount less and do a fair amount less damage. I believe they're down to 55 damage per shot, down from like 100 or something. But yeah, they do cost less. Can get that detection on the field a lot easier. And I believe their kinetic pulse was changed also. No longer does damage, but has a shorter cooldown, so a lot more disruptive. There we see it there. And it's set to get some more changes in 2.6.1. Their teardown and setup time is going to be reduced quite drastically, like by half. So it's going to be a lot more mobile. In fact, by the time you watch this, 2.6.1 might already be up. So to go look at the changes on the forum yourself. Plague Champion in the middle here behind some heavy cover. Nurgle worship doing his thing. No sign of Havocs, which is surprising. You can try and force Storm Boys and then demolish the Storm Boys with your anti-melee stuff. We do have a Guardian Weapon team for teraNoob, so he's gone 1-1-1 with the Banshees and the Rangers. Can be very effective with Farseer support. Power Sword is up for the Force Commander there. Nice special attack off the battle cry. Needs to try and deal with these Banshees though, taking a lot of damage. Gonna go down on retreat, I think. Shotgun blast might save him. In fact, I think he would have got away without the shotgun blast. Down to 11 hit points. He does have his armor of alacrity. Plague Champion coming to the west side. Kommando not being sneaky. I think he was trying to chase that Kommando. We do have shotguns and Sergeant up for these scouts. Double looters for Bulbus. Begin with this suppressing death gun. These guys can also infiltrate, which is interesting. Not sure where that comes from. Can they infiltrate in a tabletop or something? Maybe it's just for Dawn of War 2. Lots of DACA. We have big shooters for these shooter boys. Heretics are going to chase them down though. And Doom Blast. But Death Gun comes into play. Scouts trying to flank and do some grenade stuff, I think. But they got caught. Plague Champion not giving a crap about your Death Gun, just standing right in front of it and shooting them down. And away they go. Tactical Marines, double Tactical Marines in fact for Sneery Thug. No sign of any flamers. He is not on the generator side, as it were. Bile Spewer maybe? Nope, no sign of it. Yeah, we do have 2 full generators here. Now that he's seen this gen farm is full, he might get that Bile Spewer up. Also have 2 full for red team, but a bit later. Tier 2 already for Burias Drakshal. Farseer chasing down these guys. Where are the Banshees at? They are capping. Lots and lots of Ducker on the Plague Champion. He's not getting away from that. These infiltrated looters caught him unawares. Not the most reactive hero around. He turns around kind of slowly and is obviously very slow at moving in general. Farseer leading a line here. Did a lot of work on those Tactical Marines, it seemed. Have you got a weapon? You don't have a weapon, do you? No, oh, she has a Ghost Helm. Probably did some stuff with that Mind Warp. Cool ability, Mind Warp. Whoa, lots of Dakar on Heretics. A very late retreat there from Burias Drakshal, and he got pretty hammered at the end of tier 1, early tier 2. Dropping Heretics, dropping his Plague Champion. That's a big blow. 421, 390. Shooter boys on capping duty. Might eat a grenade here. There it is. Don't think it will finish him because this model was too far away. But if those guys followed up with some shotgun blast, they might have finished off that squad there. That was a big mistake, I think, from Sneery Thug. And I think he knows it because he's trying to chase them down there. Running into a Death Gun there. They don't have the energy to shotgun blast, so they are out of luck. Looters doing some work so far. We have Raptors on the way for Burias Drakshal to jump these looter boys. Could get some Bloodletters to do a similar job, of course, in tier 2. Some Nurgly worship support. Shooting up generators are these Dar Avengers. These guys taking their energy shield, which gives 100% cover. So basically, immunity to range damage from that direction. Catching the Force Commander. Doesn't really have a direct way to deal with these guys, apart from some sneaky scout play around the sides. Banshees have their assets for strength. We've got some Warp Spiders on the field for teraNoob. Can annoy that Force Commander teleporting around and shooting him. Here the Raptors already have their aspiring champion. Don't think that was needed to get up super quickly, but is certainly going to give them more oomph when they jump in. Look at that. Smack. Wasn't that far away from wiping those guys. But I think maybe the resources for that aspiring champion could have gone better elsewhere, since he's quite light in terms of squads. Luckily for him, he doesn't have sluggers to worry about in tier 2 yet. Plasma Cannon Devastators. Smack, but they're going to get shot down here, and a grenade to the face. Nicely done by this Eldar player. Blue team looking pretty strong early tier 2 here. Going to power bash as well, and that's that Psychic Storm thing, which is really nasty. Really nasty. Decent damage on it, and it suppresses. Basically, you have to sit and tank it or retreat out of there. Unless you have some kind of jump. Raptors again almost wiping the looters out. Bang! That power fist hit on that guy. Took out another model. Tanking a lot of damage here. Maybe that's why he went for the aspiring champion so quickly. He knew they'd be tanking tons of shooter fire. Was that stick bombs? It was. Tier 3 for Bulbus. And a triple cap for the blue team here. Aspiring champion on the Chaos Space Marines also. What about you, Heretics? You do have aspiring champion as well. Lots of aspiring champions. One of them will be a champion one day. Running into the Death Gun though. Do you have a jump, Raptors? You do. They're also pretty low though. Smack. So satisfying to hit stuff with a power fist on retreat. But it's disintegrating to pieces. Warp spiders, not sure why they teleported there, but they made it work. Could have waited for the raptors to get close and then teleport away rather than teleport close to them. Weren't that far away. Bulbus is kind of almost 3/4 of the way through tier 3 research, and he's not far off getting a Nob squad up either. We see a Space Marine Dreadnought with assault cannon, so that is a prime target for a Nob squad. Since it won't have melee resistance, the Nob squad will tear it down pretty damn quickly, and of course the Kommando Nob himself can get his very dangerous rocket launcher. Red team starting to stabilize and settle on the middle, maybe, at least trying to. We could get a Nurgle Shrine up from Drakshal. He's floating quite a lot of resources here. Maybe in two minds as to what to do, because he could go tier 3 and he could get his Dreadnought up, but he's not doing either. Tier 3 now for teraNoob. Sneery Thug. Not that far off tier 3, considering he just got a Dreadnought, but he's still 50 power off. Could have been worse. Kommando Nob might initiate here with the stick bombs. His infiltrate is going in. What's he gonna do? Raptors might initiate instead. Level 2 already, these guys. They have been very, very killy so far. Where's the jump? Where is the jump? There it is. A very short range jump on the looters. And Dreadnought coming in for some melee attacks. An inspiration on kill. It's only for your units, is it? No, I think it inspired the CSM here. 392-175. Looters were in a pretty good place. That's quite a large piece of cover, so not easy to get around on foot. Another jump on the warp spiders. They can teleport away though, I think. Is a Nob squad from Bulbus, and they want to run the hell away from that. And look how far off now this Dreadnought is. Nob squad are gonna chase him. They do have their jammers as well, and they're getting meaner and greener. So might be a dead Dreadnought right here. Banshee's also chasing with their Executioner Spear. Look at this though. Touch of Nurgle Heretics helping out. Boom. Big disruption and damage, and a self-heal, of course. Saved that Dreadnought, I think, or at least really helped out. And some Marcos each CSM putting a hurt on the Nobs, but they've used Frenzy now. They are immune to damage, do increased damage themselves. And they finish off the Heretics. It kept them in there a bit too long. It is quite tempting to do that once Touch of Nurgle is active. You know, oh, down goes a Plague Champion. I was going to say, Plague Champion does have a great tool to use against an Nob squad, and that is his Bile Spewer, which isn't suppression, that Bilious Discharge, so still slows them down significantly if they have Frenzy up. And if you actually shoot them at the same time, the passive speed reduction of the Bile Spewer and Bilious Discharge together basically means that they're standing still. Then you can pour damage on, and then when Bilious Discharge runs out, and they've most likely already used Frenzy to block damage, you can then use Unholy Stench from Fetid Armor and suppress them for ages. You can deal with Nobs quite well that way. Generally don't want to go with your Plague Fist, Armor of Pestilence, Icon of Nurgle anti-melee build, because they're just too tough for that. Got to slow him down and pour damage on with Marcos Zinc CSM. He needs some stuff here though. Drakshal is tier 3, but he's up against a Fire Prism and a Nob squad. He needs to get something on the field. Sneery Thug also tier 3. How much red does he have? Not enough for Terminators. Raptors need to be very careful now. There's a Nob squad around. They're not going to be able to take this easily. Might be a good idea for the Raptors to come to the east side and jump that contested VP to cap it. Looks like they are determined to push in. There it is. Gonna smack up this beamy Death Gun looter squad. Oh, Fire Prism might go down. Missile launcher Tactical Marine is getting a rear arm hit there, I think. But here's the Nob squad. Raptors running the hell away. Wow. Set up by the Fire Prism shot. Hitting both of those Tactical Marines. There's Frenzy. Are they going to turn to hit the Dreadnought? What are they doing? Still chasing there. That was a mistake, I think. Should have turned around a little bit sooner. Fire Prism lives. getting those very dangerous shots in from long range. Red team take the VP. Dreadnought lives. Nob squad down to around half hit points. They soaked up so much damage, and here are some chosen Plague Marines for Burias Drakshal. That is in direct response, I think, to that Nob squad. We'll see how these guys do. They do have some power melee on them and damage over time. I believe the damage over time is only piercing damage now. It used to be heavy melee. I think it's piercing damage, which means the Nob squad will have some resistance to that. And they're dropping models pretty quickly here. Don't want to send them in all by themselves. They also got a lot of changes themselves in 2.6. Were toned down quite a bit, but the extra model does give them some extra DPS. Sneery Thug saving up for something big, I think. A tank would do reasonably well here. Might be able to chase down that fire prism with a las cannon tank. Gonna take out this Kommando Nob. Yes, he does, with a sync kill. You can see that inspiration going off. 334, 68. Red team running out of VPs. Need a natural back for a start. Look at the map. Very blue. They've been strong ever since early tier 2, really, blue team. And he's doing the right thing here and trying to spread the play. Go to this VP. Get Bulbus to at least send some of his stuff over here so the middle is not so impenetrable. Fire Prism is infiltrated by the Rangers, I imagine. Their hollow field, Pathfinder gear. Oh look, it gives them more courage damage on their rifle shots. So they suppress quicker with the Pathfinder gear. Might be a big fight here, might be a vital fight as well with 40 VPs remaining. Chosen Plague Marines moving in. Can they get some support? The time field really messing things up for Drakshal. Now it's over though, and here's a Nob squad to deal with. Plague Champion does have his Icon of Nurgle. Needs to get that Bile Spear up, would do wonders for him, I think. Can also mess up Rangers with it. He does have Armor of Pestilence as well. So I don't think he's got the right war gear to deal with the Nob squad, which are the biggest threat. They're forced off there though. And here comes a Banshee squad. Chosen Plague Marines on them. What is that? Oh, that's the Psychic Storm kicking off in the middle. Dreadnought's taking a lot of damage from these anti-vehicle setup teams, but is now getting some revenge. He's level 2, and we have a Teleporter Thunderhammer Force Commander with Alacrity. So we have some mobility on this guy. Look at him go. Has a sprint ability, also gives him a, is it 0.5? Yeah, 0.5 more speed passively. Red team getting a, maybe a triple cap here. In fact, they will get a triple cap. Comeback is on. Land Raider Redeemer on the way for Sneery Thug. Bulbus going for double Nobs. Chosen Plague Marines have kind of turned things around. Almost halfway through level 1. I still think the Plague Champion would do well to get the Bile Spear, but he's going for the Plague Fist. We'll see if he has enough sheer DPS to deal with the Nob squad now. The thing is, if you use Pestilence Strike to stun them, you give them massive range damage resistance. It's the Pestilence Strike cloud. Also, this benefits anything nearby. Farseer's down, as you can see. It's a lot of Orks here. I'm not sure why he's gone double beamy death guns. That's a bit strange. But we'll see what happens. Raptor's very bravely getting in there. He could touch of Nurgle them. In fact, he has. Nicely done. Nob's got getting dealt with here. Dreadnought helping out, but goes down to the beamy death guns. Raptors need to be careful here. He doesn't want to lose them just because they have touch of Nurgle. In fact, he does lose them. Didn't even get the last explosion there. And even with all of this stuff on the Nob squad, they were tanking like crazy. You see there that he used the Pestilence Strike to stun the Nob to try and finish them off with the Chosen Plague Marines, which I think was a good time to use it. They don't want to use it right at the start of the engagement, so it would have given them massive range damage reduction for a long time. Well, I don't think it's a long time. Was it like 8 seconds or something? It lasts maybe 10. 15 seconds. Holy crap, that's longer than I thought. So yeah, wants to use that at the end to try and get the finish on an Nob squad, I think, with the melee squads when they're about to retreat and take a bunch of extra melee damage. The Kommando Nob's still down over here, and here is the Land Raider Redeemer. Allows you to reinforce, retreat back to it, and transport infantry units. Warp Spiders deleting some tactical marines here. Wow. Getting a great and clean one, says Drakshal. Is not lying, it's on the way. And he's on the blue team's natural VP here. He's done really well against this rather large Orky army, but these double beamy death guns was a strange one. It was a strange one. Really going to help though against the Land Raider, of course. Could really come in handy. teraNoob is kind of thin. Lost his Banshees and lost his Rangers across the way. You might have seen it on the screen. I certainly didn't. But he's got an Avatar coming. And those shooter boys got way too close to that Plague Champion there. You saw the icon of Nurgle going off, and he's used the Pestilence Strike a little bit early here, I think. Nob Squad can now use Frenzy and beat on these Chosen Plague Marines. Although the Chosen Plague Marines are benefiting from it more than the Nob Squad, I think, because of all the shooter fire. And Chosen Plague Marines, of course, are regular infantry, and down they go there. Oh no! One model lives. Trying to chase them down, but he's not going to be able to. Wow. Tactical Marines getting way too close to the Nob Squad. Not sure what they were trying to do there. It's not easy to fight around corners like that, but should have been a bit more careful. Thunderhammer Force Commander doing some work though. Look at that. Makes a Nob Squad turn 10 and run. I hear a nuke. There it is. The Eldritch on the Land Raider. Oh, and he hit those double tactical marines as they retreated back and wiped them out. Beautifully done by teraNoob. Really nicely done. That is mixed things up massively. Here comes Assault Terminators though from Sneery Thug with their Thunderhammers. Heavy melee weapons doing good damage to all targets, including the Avatar. Force Commander is retreating back to help defend, I think. Need some help from the CSM. CSM should be turning and shooting the Avatar. They will do a lot of damage with Marco Zinch Inferno Bolters. Why are you not shooting it, fellas? There we go. Maybe? Nope. Going straight after this VP again. 43, 41 VPs are very, very close. Great and clean ones marching around. Passively damages nearby enemies and has some other nasty active abilities too. And will help greatly against the Nob Squad, that's for sure. They will tear it down quickly without support though. Needs to bring his CSM up. What are they doing? There's the Cloud of Flies, I think it's called. Wow, Grand Clean taking a lot of damage here. There's a Nurgle Shrine. He wants to worship the Great and Clean One and not worship the shrine, and down goes the Great and Clean One very quickly. Did very little, in fact. Double Nob Squad is painful. You got to support your Great and Clean One way more than that if you want him to be effective against Nobs. And now Avatar leads the line for the blue team. They have their natural back. Middle is decapped. There's a fire prism there to disrupt things as well. There's the Wrath of Cain. Or is it Cain's Wrath? I always get that mixed up. Whoa. Heretics died. And as they should. An Avatar should one-shot Heretics all the time. Plague Champion level 6 backing away there. Still going in the middle. Force Commander trying to retreat back, but he goes down. It's a lot of Dakar against those Assault Terminators, but they do have, of course, super heavy infantry armor, which is highly resistant to piercing damage. Farseer chasing the CSM. Here comes the Avatar as well. Avatar's kind of low. Oh, Drakshal's lost almost his entire army here with that Heretic wipe. He's getting a Predator up, but that might be too little too late for the red team. 20 VPs remaining though for blue. Bulbus needs to get his Orks mid, namely his Nob Squad. He needs to get them in there capping. They don't have a huge amount in the way of disruption here. They have Shotgun Blast, and he can bring the Land Raider forward for the Frag Assault. But it's actually the Plague Champion who's trying to cap here. There's the Aura of Decay, knocking things back. Pretty useful ability. And there's the Pestilence Shrine, and that's a good place to use it. Helps him cap, and he gets it. Such a great capping tool is the Plague Fist. 17 VPs remaining. Have blue team left this too little too late? Red team might hold on here. What is this though? Warp Spiders gonna wipe out this Plasma Devastator squad and then get a decap maybe. Do they have time to get a decap? Kommando is trying to do so. 7 VPs left. And now he's retreating out. I think these guys will... Oh, maybe not. Are they going to get a decap in time? GG says teraNoob. There's a nuke and there's a decap. They got the decap, but down go the Warp Spiders. Can they capitalize here? Nob Squad are trying to decap with Frenzy active. They should easily get a decap, but can they take it? 1 VP remains to 38 for the red team. Drakshal loses his Predator tank. Oh, Terminator's getting in there. They want some action. Plague Champion's done some really great things with his fist here. He's got at least 2 caps for his team. It's such a fantastic capping tool. And there is a noxious cloud coming in. They're going to get it. Red team are going to get it. There it is. Drakshal had no army and very little hit points, but he finishes the cap. And Plague Fist did well in the end. Despite me saying he should have got Biospear. Don't listen to Indrid. Do not listen to him. Farseer is only level 2. What? She had Gravity Blade, Armor of the Assyrian, and Ghost Helm. Seem to be chasing things round and hitting them a lot. I'm not sure why she's only level 2. Level 4 Kommando Nob did not get any weapons. That level 7 Force Commander with Thunderhammer and level 6 Plague Champion. Maybe that was a difference. The red team commanders seem to fare a little bit better in combat than the blue team fellas. Bit more of an impact. But there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.